Well, let me just say, first of all, those two guys that were up here, J-Rod and Tayshawn, gave you some great answers. I love J-Rod's answer about mentality, the difference in this game tonight and the game at Memphis. The guys know that we have been inconsistent, and they know what we've been harping on. And tell you, we had a rugged, long practice on Monday, and the guys really responded in a positive way. We put the bubble on the rim. No shots were going in. We were going to rebound every possession. We were going to defend. And they had a tough mentality, and they really responded. We got after it as a family. We got after it as individuals. We got after it as a team. And so I was proud of the guys. And I'm obviously happy. We beat an outstanding basketball team that's very talented, deserving of their ranking. Josh does a great job. I have a lot of respect for him. The job that he does. They beat us soundly in Memphis. And so we have a lot of respect for their program. But I was really proud of our guys tonight. Obviously, Danuel gave us a huge boost off the bench. So did Stiggs. We had the last two games, we've had great bench performances. Guys that have come in have really contributed. And certainly, we had a lot of help off the bench tonight. I believe we got 44 points off the bench. Someone asked a question about his 4-point play right before the half. I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it as long as I have the opportunity to coach him. He knows how to make big shots. He's not afraid to take big shots. And that was a huge play, 4-point turnaround. 4-point play. And then we got a stop at the end of the half. And then his three late in the game was a huge three. He had a huge three Saturday against Central Florida. Brandon hit one, and then he hit one on an inside out from Tayshawn, and he had another big one tonight, and then made big free throws down the stretch. And I told him, I said, go get the ball when you can. We had him taking the ball in. We exchanged him and Tayshawn, so have someone with a little more speed, get to the ball, also a good free throw shooter, and we got some big rebounds down there. So it was a good win, very good win against an outstanding team. We're happy about that. We won't get to enjoy it very long. Quick turnaround, get ready to play Temple on Saturday night. But really proud of our guys, the way they competed, the way they played. We got ahead, then we got down 1, then we got down 2, then we made big plays, and boy, down the stretch, we just got it out. They did a good job extending the game by scoring, fouling. Then I thought our guys hit some big free throws, made some big plays. Coach Brooks did a good job changing the defense. I thought the 1-3-1 was good, especially with Danuel out there on the point. I thought that was disruptive for them. So our defense was better, our rebounding was better, not perfect, but better. And we did a good job taking care of the ball. We'd like to have 10 or less turnovers. I think we had 11 in the game. But they didn't get the fast break points that they normally did. They got some runouts, but not as many and not as many easy baskets as they did at Memphis. It's a good win for our team.
Questions for Coach or Daniel, please? Coach, we talked about Tayshawn and J-Rod about the physicality of the game. It looked like it was very under a lot of pulling, a lot of pushing, a lot of hitting under the baskets.
Well, you guys have been here, I think, since the first exhibition game, and how many times have you heard me use the word toughness?
Right.
I don't have to use it tonight. The guys played tough. I don't have to use it tonight. So, that is something that this league is outstanding, and the guys that win are tough. Someone asked a question earlier about, who's going to throw the first blow. And we don't mean that literally, but that's what we wanted to go into that game was because the first play at Memphis, Tayshawn got knocked all the way from the free throw line underneath the basket. And so we showed that to our guys, and we wanted to make sure we want to play the game clean, but, man, we got to get physical. Got to get physical. And that's where our practices was. I know our guys were thinking, Coach, we got to have some legs for Thursday night, but they responded. It wasn't easy for them. At all, and I was proud of the way they responded. They understood the message that we were trying to send about the defense, the rebounding, the toughness, the competitive spirit, and more importantly, about how that coaching staff believed in them as individuals, believed in them as players, and believed if you play like you're capable, we're going to beat Memphis. And so, there's a lot of love, but it was some tough love.
Daniel, talk about your scoring. You were 6 for 9 in the free throws. Seemed like you get the ball, it didn't matter, it was a 2-point, 3-point, whatever. You were hitting shots, and then you get back. Talk about that.
What I tried to focus on is just helping our team get ahead, and the open shots that my teammates set up for me to get, I appreciate, and all I can do to help them get the assists is to knock them down, and contributing to the free throw line is a big part, because coach tells us that we need to attack, that we need to try to get their best players in foul trouble and be aggressive and show toughness, like he said.
What about that sucker shot? You got it. Just chunked it up. Would you just?
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
From the bench.
Oh yeah, I aimed it, but I thought he was gonna give it to me, but
Let's just tell the truth. He drives me crazy every day in practice. At the end of the play, he's always throwing up. When we stop a set, offensive and defensive, he's always getting the ball and throwing some crazy shot up there. And I'm always, Daniel, quit doing that. But you know, it didn't surprise me that it went in. I just wish it had counted. But he does stuff like that all the time, and they go in. I've been trying to get him to quit, because I told him, I said, you'll never get a shot like that in the game, but I almost had to eat my words tonight. One thing I'd like to say about him and about his performance, when you look back and at the games where he really, really plays well, he gets to the free throw line. And he got to the free throw line Saturday against Central Florida. He was 8 for 8. Tonight he gets there 9 times. So it's not a surprise when he plays that way. I thought, now he hits some threes. He's got great confidence in his three ball, but tonight he had some great ball fakes, because they're going to run at him. They're going to run at Brandon. They're going to run at J-Rod. And they're going to run at him. Also on the three that J-Rod hit in the corner, he set a heck of a screen on the out-of-bounds play, and J-Rod was wide open. So those are things that don't show up in the stat sheet. We keep them. He got an assist screen on that. But he got to the free throw line. How many shots did he take on Saturday? Do you remember? He took 6 shots. What do you have? 18 points Saturday. All right, tonight he has, Daniel takes 8 shots, and he gets 19 points. So that is efficiency, and when you look at it, it's because that other line over there where he gets the free throw line. He's taking good shots, and I thought he drove the ball. He drives it hard. Very good in transition. I thought that we missed him a couple of times, because the thing I've been telling him to do is you got to use his athleticism. He's got to run hard on every play, beat people down the court. He has the ability to finish and get to the free throw line. So I thought his efficiency was good. We got to get him to rebounding more. I challenged him and Stiggs. Stiggs got 4, Daniel. But now Daniel didn't get his rebounds. One thing he was doing is he was boxing out. So his other team, we call that team rebounding, where you box your man out so somebody else can go get it. So I thought that he had some good team box outs tonight. He was really battling. He got switched off on Shaq several times. That's a hard mismatch, but he was down there battling.
Coach,
Didn't mean to take your
had a
swagger.
quiet near triple-double with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. How did you like his contribution tonight?
That's the second time against Memphis he's had 10 assists. He had 10 assists over there. I thought LJ played really well for us. Your point guard has the ball in his hands a lot, and he needs to play well. He didn't shoot the ball well. He got the free throw line 6 times. One of the most impressive things, he had 7 rebounds from the point guard position. And we talked to him about that. And, we'll challenge our other guys to rebound. But you look at 10 assists, 1 turnover. That's impressive, 7 rebounds. So I was really impressed with LJ's performance. And he got to the free throw line. He was disappointed. They all are. Daniel comes over and says, man, it felt good. It felt good. Because, we want him at the free throw line late in the game. He knows that. That's why we want to put the ball in his hands. And he feels like he lets himself down, his teammates down, and the coaches when he doesn't make them, because he knows. He heard me tell him, go get the ball. I want him to foul him. LJ the same way. He's got to get open, because they hit free throws, make free throws in tough situations.
Finishing 500 in the conference, I asked them, I'll ask you the same thing. What would it mean?
I think it's a great question, and I'll tell you this: I want to beat Temple, but we want to win as many conference games as we can. We want as many games as we can overall as we possibly can. We want to get that bye in the first round of the conference tournament, and we know what's ahead of us. We've got a short turnaround. Temple's played really well at home. They got 4 starters in double figures, over 14 points a game. I think they're the only team in the country that does that. They had a chance to beat Memphis at Memphis last week, so it'll be a tough challenge for us. But we talked about the same thing after we beat UConn. We're going on the road to South Florida. We got to be ready to go. This will be an important trip for the guys to take good care of themselves, rest well. We'll have to have a good travel day tomorrow. Short workout at Temple to get used to the facility. Good workout, good film preparation. Be rested, ready to go on Saturday night. And then you take the next step. We get to come back home. So it's a big game for us on the road against a team that we beat here earlier that we have a lot of respect for. I've known Fran for a long time. I have great respect for him. It's been a tough year for them, but they'll be ready. I promise you, they're not feeling sorry for themselves, and they'll be ready to go. Pepper can really shoot the basketball. We'll have to defend him. They do a good job of rebounding inside, and they play very well at home. But we want to win as many games as we can. And we want to build on this one.
Anybody else?
Daniel, you talked last week about you guys are a bunch of jumpers and you get better boxing out. How he was boxing out tonight, getting rebounds.
It's very big because there's the team that's big on second chance points, and we worked on it all day, like you said, in practice with the bubble on top of the rim, and it was blood. We got mad at each other, tempers flared up and everything, but the drill actually worked. It showed up in the game tonight because we was able to sustain that blow, and even if we did give them the second chance rebound, we was able to make them kick it back out because I was down there trying to swarm and get the ball.
And Coach complimented you on your big shots the last couple games. Do you want the ball in those big situations? Have you always been like that?
Yes, sir. I've always been like that ever since middle school. It's because my coach and my teammates believe in me, and I'm glad that they do believe in me to take it and knock down the big shot. So it's just not only me with the confidence. Each one of our guys can take a shot and knock it down. It's just they just chose me, and I really appreciate it.
Anything else? All right.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you, Coach.